DJ, welcome back to Fergus Falls. Good to have you here.
Thanks, Craig. It's good to be here.
You're looking like you could go out and play again tonight, and I imagine when you come into a situation like this, kind of a flood of memories come back.
You better believe it. There's a lot of great memories that come back when I'm here and stuff, and now it's totally different, though, because I'm going to be watching instead of playing.
And you're going to be coaching against the guy that you played for. Now, how do you feel about that? What are the emotions there?
Well, I couldn't sleep all last night just sort of thinking about it. I'm really excited, but at the same time, I'm really nervous, too, because, you know, this is the mentor, and I'm kind of just going to try to do the best that we can, you know, and I'm going to try to do the best that I can as far as coaching.
How are you enjoying the coaching game now? Obviously, you were playing up until, earlier this year or last year, and now you're just coaching. Is it a difficult transition?
It has been, because there's times where you want to get out there and play, you know, especially like you said, I've just basically retired, but I'm really enjoying the coaching aspect from it as far as watching the guys sort of develop, get better as a team, you know, and when you're winning, it sort of helps things out a little bit too. But overall, just getting something positive out of the season has been a good joy.
Coming in like you did a little into the season, I'm not sure how many games into the season you joined the Raiders, but was that difficult for you too?
It was a tough situation because, you know, the coach they had before, you know, was dismissed, and the players were a little bit confused as far as what was going on, and they had been practicing with this coach for a while, and sort of stepping into that situation was a bit difficult, and it took a little time to sort of get into the transition of things, but overall it's come very well.
Retz, what are your emotions tonight here? You've coached not against a lot of former players, I don't think, over the years, and I think the last one probably was Don Carlgard when he was at Brainerd a few years ago. It seems like they wind up at Brainerd here, and the recent ones anyway. How are you feeling about going up against DJ?
Well, my first emotion is he called me mentor, and that's another word for old. And I don't know, that's a bad start already with David here. But it's fun, and part of it is just, you know, looking forward to visiting with DJ as we always have and having him back, and it's nice having him close, and probably be able to get together in the summers and that type of thing. And you know, the game is going to be fun, you know, just because you can look down the bench and there's someone you really enjoy.
All right. I want to know if you're going to take anything that you learned under Coach Retzlaff in 1983 and apply it, DJ, to your coaching techniques, or is all that stuff old-fashioned now?
No, actually, I've taken a lot. I sort of try to emulate myself a bit off of Retz as far as his, I guess, his style and the way he coaches and stuff. And for one, just sort of letting the players do what they do best, for one, and then try to teach them as much as I can. And Retz sort of did that with me when I was there, and he encourages the players, gives them a lot of encouragement as far as when they're out there on the court as well as off the court. And that's the way I'm trying to be positive with these guys.
You played on a team that was second in the state back in 1983, came very close to winning that state title. I think 84 was the first year the Spartans had won the state title, and kind of bittersweet, I guess. You had a great record that year, but we're so close to getting in. Have you thought about that often over the years?
Oh, yeah, you think about it all the time. I mean, what could have been, you know, we were so close, and then it just kind of got away from us because we did have a fantastic season. But, you know, those things kind of, it's kind of gone, you know, but now, like, I'm even back here in Minnesota and competing in the junior colleges, you know, I kind of do reflect on it a little bit.
Did you ever think that this is what you would wind up doing at this particular point in time, that you'd be coaching in this league?
Honestly, no, but, you know, I have to give Retz all the credit for it because he's helped me as far as with my basketball, establishing myself as a basketball player, and now he's helped me starting to establish myself as a basketball coach, and a lot of the credit goes to him. And I never thought I would be here playing against him, but it's great to be here.
So if you lose tonight, Rich, you only have yourself to blame, in other words.
You created a monster. Yes, we did. You know, as far as winning or losing, too, you know, the thing about it, I even mentioned it to my players, it's not a type of game where, you know, we want to win because DJ's coaching, and I'm sure it's not that way from his standpoint. I think the reason that it's a game that you will fight hard for is because it's important in terms of state tourney hopes for both teams. And you know, if we lose the ball game, I can assure you there's no one anywhere I'd rather lose to than this guy. And so, you know, it does come down to that. It's just that it's an important ball game, And when this one's done, then you go on to the next one, and that's an important ball game. So it's just fun to be here and playing.
As a coach and seeing what has happened since DJ took over at Brainerd, I'm sure you've got to have nothing but respect and praise for what has happened, because that's a difficult situation for anybody to walk into, especially in their first head coaching job.
Oh, it really is. I can hardly imagine how difficult that would be on a spur of the moment to be tossed into some classes and also take over a team that was probably somewhat in a little chaos and getting them straightened out. But it doesn't surprise me. They called and asked about DJ as a recommendation, and they said they'd like to get after someone, hire someone by noon. I said, well, hey, I'd hire him by 10:30. So it doesn't surprise me what David's done there. And I've gotten even a lot of reports, not only from the administration at Brainerd, but even from basketball officials that we've run into about what a great job he has done there in terms of the discipline and the spirit and how they're playing well together and whatever. And everything I hear, they're just a totally different team than they were early in the season. And he's, just done a super job from everything I've heard.
I know you have said often that he's the best shooter you've ever coached, the purest shooter, and could shoot the ball with anybody that you've ever seen play in this league. How would you use DJ today with a three-point line out there? I know you used him even as an inside post player at times, and at 6 feet, you don't think that you can do that, but he did a nice job for you in that situation. But would you leave him out beyond that three-point line a little bit?
Well, we would use him the same way, and that is to get him down the floor and get the ball to him as many times as we could. Basketball's pretty basic when you got a shooter like this, and he is the greatest shooter that I have ever had and will ever have. He averaged 31.1 a game, which is still a record since I've been here, and averaged only 30 minutes of playing time. If the coach would have played him more, and if we'd have had a three-point line, who knows what those records would have been. But I think we'd use the same. One thing that was such a great characteristic of David also, I think back on a couple of things. First of all, he was one of the greatest I've ever had in terms of squaring up for a shot. You could almost hear him square up. When he caught it and hit it, he was always on balance, always could shoot the ball. Another characteristic was that I remember you always would move so well without the ball. Just no wasted energy, but just make the move at the right time, at the right moment to get the ball and get free. And, just very, very efficient on the floor. And, those are a couple memories I have, I guess.
Yeah, I think DJ was made to play basketball. He just looks like he can play basketball on the floor with or without the ball. The other thing that I remember covering the games is that I would add up the points. I'd think, boy, DJ's got to have 20 points. And I'd add it up and he'd have 30. I mean, the points came so fast that you didn't realize how many he was scoring out there, Retz.
Yeah, that's right. He got very quiet points, and of course, part of that comes from smooth and effortless and that type of thing. And we're still waiting for his first dunk, though. He always claimed that he could do that, but we're waiting for that.
Well, we might have been able to see it earlier tonight had you honored the horse game that we had set up at 5 o'clock.
I'm glad you brought that up. I was here, I was pumped, I was primed, I was ready, I've been working out for weeks, and DJ went to McDonald's. Now, I'm not saying he backed out, but he was mine, I was ready, I don't know. David, you want to comment on that?
I would like to make a comment. I did have 12 starving young men on the basketball team, and you cannot let those guys go without any food, so that was my
humanitarian, I tell you, what a guy.
By the way, DJ, I saw his strategy. It was not my type of horse. He's got this bear in his office that you push his stomach and a little ball goes up in a basket.
Yes, I mean, if he wanted to play those type of rules, well, I think it's unfair, but I still would have beaten him anyway.
Well, now, just a moment. I was going to concede I would not dunk if he wouldn't shoot the three, and I think that's pretty fair exchange.
Okay, real good. I on this game, I might be able to beat you, Red.
Well, if you got a couple bucks, we'll take you any day.
You probably would, yeah. Well, guys, thanks for being with us. It's great to have you back in town, DJ. It's great to have you in the conference. It's going to be great, I think, for Brainerd to have you there in their program, and I just hope you have a tremendous year. And I would like nothing better. Last year we had a Northwest Division final at the state tournament. I'd like nothing better to see another one with Brainerd and Fergus Falls, and I know it's not going to be easy because it's a tough road ahead, but good luck to you this year, and we wish you well, and I know we'll see you again. So congratulations on getting the job, and have a great year.
Thank you very much, Craig, and thanks for having me on here, and thanks for the kind words, whatever. And we want to be in the state playoffs, and I think it would be great if Fergus and us were there. So thanks again.
Tell you what we'll do when we come over to Brainerd, and I don't remember if I'm doing that or if Oates is doing that. We'd like to get you on at halftime of the ladies' game and talk a little bit about what you have done over the last few years in Australia and some of the experiences you had there. And we don't quite have time to get into it now, and you got a ball game to prepare for. So if we could do that in Brainerd, that'd be great.
You betcha. Sounds good.
David Johnson and David Retzlaff, the coaches tonight for the Spartans and the Raiders. They'll be going at it in men's basketball action at 8 o'clock. You've still got a chance to come out to the community college and get in on the action as we have another half of ladies basketball to go before that. Right here it is 36-14. The Spartan ladies are up by 22 at halftime. They've shot the ball well. They have played a very solid ball game, and we'll be back with the start of the second half. At first, this 1-minute break.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could please invite David Johnson to come up here for a moment.
Well, Dave Retzlaff is introducing David Johnson to the crowd here, and he's getting a good hand from the crowd, and Retz is going to make a special presentation here.
Season, a 30 points of ball game, and a number of other honors. And we're just tremendously thrilled and pleased to have David back on our campus and certainly in the role as a coach in the community college system. We have a program here, a Spartan basketball buddy program, and it involves a lot of young people. And they are Spartan basketball buddies. And at this time, I'd like to present to David one of our Spartan basketball buddy shirts, and one of our Spartan basketball to a true Spartan basketball buddy.
Spartan basketball buddy, David Johnson, giving him a ball and a shirt. And now the lights go out. That's great. Another touch of class from Mr. Retzlaff. And now we'll get the starting lineups for tonight's game. And of course, before that, we will have the introduction of the non-starters. The Red Raiders of Brainerd, under the direction of David Johnson. And here are their non-starters. 5'7" guard, number 11, freshman from Indianapolis, Indiana, Vincent Thomas. 5'9" sophomore guard from Verndale, number 15, Roger Denny. 6'2" forward, Jeff Mona, number 33. He's a sophomore from Brainerd High School. 6'5" forward, number 35, Keith Johnson from Indianapolis, Indiana. 6'1" forward, sophomore from Bacchus, number 43, Paul Coughlin. 5'10" guard, number 45 from Pequot Lake, sophomore Patrick Greer. Number 53 is a 6'5" freshman center from Ypsilanti, Michigan, Andre Bailey. And that's the non-starting group for the Raiders of Brainerd. For the Spartans, Matt Anderson, 5'10" freshman guard out of Frazee. Number 31, 6'3" sophomore forward from Appleton, Scott Sorensen. Number 35 is 6'2" freshman forward from Osakis, Pat Calpine. Number 45 is 6'3" sophomore forward John Wilquist from Topeka. Number 51 is 6'5" freshman post player from Long Prairie, Tim Durheim. There you have the non-starters for the Spartans. And now, by alternating teams, we'll get the starting lineups. Here's the Spartan buddy. It's Mitchell Greep. And where's my notes? It tells me where Mitchell's from. I believe he's from Ashby, from the elementary school in Ashby. Starting at a guard spot is James McWhorter, number 23, a 6'1 sophomore from Racine, Wisconsin. And the Spartans will start at guard with Byron Nagan, number 11, a 6'1 sophomore out of Akeley. Also at a guard spot, number 25, 5'7 sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Ziggy Arrington. And at a guard spot, number 25, 6'2 freshman out of Morris, Mike Logie. Starting for the Raiders at a forward, number 41, 6'4 sophomore from Fridley, Minnesota, Eric Rolseth. Number 23, 6'3 freshman forward from Bertha Hewitt, Ken Kendall for the Spartans. Starting at the other forward spot, 6'4 freshman out of Crosby, Minnesota, number 51, Tony Glenns. And for the Spartans at the other forward position, number 33, 6'3 freshman from Cedar Mountain, Tom Ness. And at center for the Brainerd Raiders, number 55, 6'7 freshman out of Columbus, Indiana, Jody Johnson. And he will be opposite number 55, 6'5 sophomore from Akeley, Randy Olschlager. There you have our starting lineups for tonight's game between the Spartans and the Brainerd Raiders at Fergus Falls Community College. Game one tonight was the ladies' game, which was won by the Spartans 73 to 25, a 48-point margin. Game two is coming up. Basketball against the Raiders of Brainerd on the air, live from Fergus Falls Community College. Spartan men winners of 7 in a row and 5 straight in division play. And Brainerd's coming off a win also. Well, we're looking forward to this one. We hope that you're all settled in and ready to go and ready to enjoy an excellent ball game between these two teams. Top 2 records in the Northwest Division belong to these two squads. Coming into tonight's game, the Spartans at 5-0, the Raiders at 5-2 against their division opponents. Brainerd's got some good size on that line up front. Jody Johnson at 6'7", Eric Rolseth at 6'4", Tony Glenns at 6'4". And here we go. The tip goes to Byron Nagan, who will set it up, feeds it into the lane. Ness fadeaway, side of the lane, doesn't get it to drop, and the rebound is grabbed down by Jody Johnson. Here comes Ziggy Arrington. He runs the point. Right side pass on the wing. Taken there by James McWhorter. Goes down into the corner. The shot from the side by Tony Glenns doesn't drop. Johnson the rebound inside, gets it to fall. Jody Johnson has the game's first points. Up the floor, Kendall, side of the lane against Johnson, takes it in and draws a foul. Jody Johnson will pick up the first foul as well as hitting the first points tonight. And Ken Kendall will shoot 2. Kendall's done a great job for the Spartans his freshman year. Ken's averaging 10.5 points per game. And he hits it. 2-1, Raiders with the lead. Kendall will try to tie it up with his second free throw. It's on the way, and it's good. 2 aside. Ziggy Arrington, the point guard, against the man-to-man pressure from Nagan. Drives by Nagan, layup off the heel. Tipped inside. Johnson grabs it, left hands it up, and gets it down. Jody Johnson with a big offensive board. Now Nagan, nice feed to Kendall in the lane for 2, and give Nagan the assist on that bucket. We're tied at 4. Back comes Ziggy Arrington against Nagan. Top of the key, Arrington works the dribble. Stops. Now looks for help. Good pressure outside, and falling down, unable to get the ball, is James McWhorter. Raiders turn it over. First turnover. Byron Nagan, Mike Logie, Tom Ness, Ken Kendall, Randy Oschlager, the Spartan players on the floor as the Raiders go man-to-man in their defensive scheme. Here's Nagan's pass, tipped by Arrington, recovered by Ness out front. Goes to Kendall near the free throw line. Now Ken puts it to the floor and resets it to Nagan. 18:45 on the clock. First half, tied at 4. Nagan at the top of the key. Looks right side to Ness. Spartans patient. Get it inside Kendall, and along the baseline, missed the shot. Off the glass and down on the other end. Raiders get the board. Swing it left to Tony Glenns. Drops the pass off to McWhorter. Cuts into the lane. Puts up the off-balance shot. In and out. Kendall, the defensive board. Up the right side to Logie. Over the timeline. Logie behind the back to get away from McWhorter. Pulls up the dribble and gives to Kendall, who sets it to Nagan. Nagan's guarded by Ziggy Arrington. Nagan passes high post to Logie. Looks inside. Oschlager turns into the lane. You can count it. He'll go to the line, and Jody Johnson has his second foul. Johnson, you could see, was trying to deny that left-hand shot by Oschlager alongside the lane, which he used so well against Wahpeton here last week. And he was protecting against the outside maneuver off the glass, and Oschlager turned into the lane, took it to the hoop, hit the basket, and drew the foul. Jody Johnson has his second. And Randy Oschlager picks up his third point as he converts the free throw and makes it a three-point play. And the Spartans are up 7-4. First time they've had the lead in this ball game. Arrington against Nagan, left side to McWhorter. Looks back to Arrington. Into the corner it goes to Glenns. Back out to the free throw line to Johnson. Here's Arrington. One dribble, then passing off to Rolseth. Driving around Ness, puts it in the air off the heel. Tipped, and Nagan comes away with it. Ahead to Logie. Logie will use the glass, and he'll hit it. Mike Logie has his first points. 17:35 to go first half. 9-4, Spartans by 5 against Nagan. Arrington works the right side and bounce pass off to Glenns. Side of the lane to Jody Johnson. Out high. He's going to take the shot from there, and he drills it. The big guy can shoot from outside. Jody Johnson has all 6. And it's 9-6 Spartans with Byron Nagan trying for 3. Yes. Oh, Byron from three-point range. Some nights he just feels it. And he drained that one. Barely touched the net. Arrington bounce pass, and McWhorter broke out. And the ball went out of bounds, and the Raiders turn it over for the second time. 12-6. Spartans by a half dozen. 3 minutes gone in the opening half of play. Nagan into the front court against Arrington. Right side pass to Tom Ness. Ness drives in toward the lane. He'll go to the bucket. That one's off the rim and rebounded by Oschlager in heavy traffic. He puts it up and gets it down. And Oschlager has 5. DJ wants a timeout. We have 16:44 to go. First half. Spartans 14. Raiders 6.
Service Food Super Value. The name says it all. From the entryway through the entire store, you'll see friendly people there to help with your shopping experience. Service Food has the quality and selection you need to ensure your satisfaction and super value pricing to keep you coming back. At Service Food Super Value, they work hard so you don't have to. It's grocery shopping made easier for you. For service, selection, and super value, come to Service Food, downtown Fergus Falls.
16 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the first half of tonight's Spartan men's basketball game. It is 14-6 in favor of the Spartan men. They are up by 8, their biggest lead, and Ziggy Arrington works it up against Nagin. Right side on the wing, kicks it down low, baseline turnaround by Glens, doesn't drop, tipped by Johnson, and Oschlager finally controls. Nagin up the left sideline, nice feed through by Kendall, and it's Logie to convert it. Nifty passing there. Nagin rifled it ahead to Kendall, who passed it into the lane, and Logie was there to get his second hoop. 10-point Spartan lead on the wing, left side of the floor. Rolseth passes it off to McWhorter. Looks back to Johnson up high into the lane, off his hands, off the glass, picked up by Oschlager. Lead pass up the right side for Logie, knocked away out of bounds off McWhorter. Spartans will throw it in from in front of the Brainerd bench. Raiders make a substitution. McWhorter comes out. Also out of the ball game is Eric Rolseth. Paul Coughlin, number 43, good three-point shooter, is out there. And the other substitute, I don't have on my list, 31. No 31 on the list. We'll try to find out for you. 15:45 left in the first half. Spartans by 10. In the corner. Back out. Three-pointer on the way. That's off the front of the rim from Tony Glens, and it goes out of bounds off the Raiders. Spartans get the ball, leading by 10. 16-6. 5 for Oschlager. 4 for Kendall. 4 for Logie. 3 for Nagin. Nagin's guarded by Ziggy Arrington. Bounce pass inside. They feed Oschlager. Left hand off the glass. Doesn't get it to drop. Rebound up. No good. Gets his own board. Has it stripped away. And the Raiders come out with it. We've got a foul on Ness. Tom Ness picks up his first. Team foul number 1 also on the Spartan men. Raiders have 2 team fouls, both against 6'7" freshman Jody Johnson. Ball belongs to the Raiders, and they'll be picked up in the backcourt by the Spartans. Well, they don't put much pressure on, though. Ziggy Arrington, left-hand dribble into the front court. Passes it off on the near side. Coughlin drops it to the baseline. The shot won't fall, but Kendall gets the foul. Tony Glens let the shot go along the baseline. Kendall picks up his first, and that is team foul number 2 now on the Spartans. It was a shooting foul, so Tony Glens will shoot 2. Jody Johnson has all 6 of the Raider points. Free throw is up, and it is in and out. No good. One more free throw attempt coming up for Tony Glens. It's on the way, and it's off the rim. Rebounded by Oschlager. Left side to Nagin. Byron at the top, works left side on the dribble. Nice feed inside. In traffic, Kendall had it blocked from behind into the glass, and the Raiders pull it down. Arrington far side of the floor on the drive. 12-footer leaning in toward the hoop, and he gets it to fall, and Arrington has his first points. And against the pressure, the loose ball recovered by Nagin. Up the middle of the floor. Nagin working the dribble, takes it down low, dishes off to Ness. Baseline jumper on the way, off the rim. Tipped and controlled by Logie off the tip of Kendall. Nagin reverses to Ness. Three-pointer off the heel. Into the lane, it's picked up by Logie. Turnaround fadeaway short, another offensive board, and this time it goes down as Kendall gets his 5th and 6th points off that bank shot underneath, and it's 18-8. Spartans lead it by 10. Arrington left side, open from 15, puts it up off the heel. Tipped inside off Oschlager, chased down by Ness, knocked away by Arrington. Give it to the Spartans. 18-8. Spartans by 10 with 14:07 on the clock first half. Pat Kelpine is up off the bench. He's going to check into the lineup at the next available stoppage. Over the line, Byron Nagin against Ziggy Arrington. Pass high post through the hands of Ness. Spartans turn it over for the second time. And the Raiders have the ball. Arrington will set it up against Nagin. Left side, Coughlin wants 3. That's off the heel, into the lane to Nagin on the rebound. Nagin over the line, pass left side, tipped away. Stolen by the Raiders as Arrington comes back the other way. Fires into the lane for Coughlin. Down low baseline. Fade away, yes. Paul Coughlin gets his first hoop, and it's 18-10. Nagan at the top. Works the dribble on Arrington. Ball knocked away, and now Nagan chases it down near midcourt. Back out to Kendall. Nagan. Guarded by Arrington. They're posting Ness up high at the free throw line. Right side to Kendall on the wing. Drops it inside to Logie, who broke free underneath. Mike Logie's got 6. 20-10 now. The Spartans double the Raiders' output with 13 minutes to go, first half. Penetrating near the lane. Nice dish, and here's Johnson laying it in for 2. 20-12 now. Spartans lead cut to 8 as Nagan walks it into the front court. On the drive, Nagan pulls up, misses a 3, but he will shoot 3 from the line as Arrington got him on the wrist. Well, we see Jeff Moyna coming in, number 33, and Vincent Thomas, number 11. Nagan will shoot 3. Calpine is in, Sorensen is in, and Lilquist is in for the Spartans as Nagan goes to the line. This is the first time I can remember a Spartan taking 3 this year. Being fouled on a 3-point attempt. Misses. I know the Wildcats did that once in Wahpeton against the Spartans, and they missed all 3. Nagan is a 62% free throw shooter. Hits the second one. So Byron has his 4th point. The Spartans lead it by 9 with 12:42 to go in the half, 21-12. Trying to equal their largest lead. With the second one, it is up and it is good. So Nagan has 5. Spartans lead by 10. They've had that lead 3 different times in this game. And the Brainerd Raiders work the ball into the front court with Vincent Thomas on the drive. Lost the ball to Anderson. Lilquist picks it up, feeds Sorensen, driving and missing the layup. Moyna gets a rebound. Outlet pass on the right side. We're going to call 31 Keith Johnson. Oh, no, Keith's down there. I see a 35. I don't see a 35 on the bench. Coughlin's shot doesn't go. The rebound tipped and grabbed by Lilquist. Pass into the lane. Olschlager up for 2, and a nice feed by Matt Anderson. Olschlager with his 7th point after that hoop, and it's 24-12 now. McWhorter is back in. Tim Durheim is up off the bench, and he'll come in. Vincent Thomas was hurt. I didn't see how that happened, but Glenn Largent, the certified athletic trainer for the Spartans, is over there working with Thomas. And he's out of my sight. I can't see what he's working on. Baseline, McWhorter can't handle the pass, and the Raiders turn it over for the 4th time. Spartans get the basketball. Matt Anderson. Picked up by McWhorter. As the Raiders go man-to-man. Right side to the corner, Lilquist drops it inside for Durheim, and he is fouled by Moyna. Moyna gets his first, and that's team foul number 3 on the Raiders, or number 4 rather on the Raiders. 11:42 to go, first half. Lilquist inbounds to Durheim, out to Matt Anderson, now to Lilquist in the corner. Drives into the lane, Lilquist to the hoop, left hands the shot up, and it rolls around no good, but Calpine gets the offensive board and drops it through. Pat Calpine has his first bucket. Spartans by 14 points. To the free throw line, McWhorter takes a pass, jumper on the way off the side of the rim. Lilquist dominates the boards inside. That's going to prompt DJ to bring Jody Johnson off the bench. What nice passing. Sorensen hits Durheim at the other end on the baseline feed, and he lays it in, and Durheim has his first bucket. Timeout, Brainerd, 11:08 to go in the half. Spartans 28, Raiders 12.
Fergus Tire wants to serve you. No job is too big or too small, and they have quality Goodyear tires to match most any vehicle. For their best Goodyear prices, check out the weekly special and take advantage quick. Even if your vehicle doesn't have a need for new Goodyears, Fergus Tire can supply you with Goodyear Certified Auto Service. Make your appointment today for service for your vehicle from the ground up from Fergus Tire, 222 Cavour Avenue in downtown Fergus Falls.
You're watching Spartan basketball live on LRC TV. In the first game tonight, the Lady Spartans won by 48, 73-25, improving their division record to 3-3. And if Northland loses tonight at Crookston, they'll be in second place. And we now bring you live coverage of the Spartan men's game against Brainerd. And the Spartan men lead big, 28-12, with 11 minutes to go in the first half. Raiders will set it up. Jody Johnson takes the pass up high, and Matt Anderson whacked him on the arms, and no shots. It's only the third team foul against the Spartan men. Matt has his first personal. Raiders will play it in from across the floor. Eric Rolseth gets the ball inbounds. Right side pass from Tony Glens. Spartans back in half-court zone now. Johnson, free throw line. Nice feed inside, baseline drive by Glens. He converts it, his first bucket. Johnson, we saw earlier, can hit the post, too. We had a collision there. Durheim and Glens, and the jumper for Calpine is good. Calpine has 4 now. McWhorter back at the other end in the corner, driving baseline on Calpine. Oh, what a nice move by McWhorter inside. He put the ball in the left hand and used the glass and got it down, and McWhorter's got 2. 30-16. Spartans by 14 as Matt Anderson sets it up against McWhorter. Left side to Sorensen. Anderson reverses to Lilquist, drops it back to Matt. Top of the key, over to Sorensen. Bounce pass to Calpine. Inside, he banks it up and in, and Calpine has 6 quick ones off the bench. 32-16, midway through this opening half. Spartans getting good production. Good efficiency on their shooting, without a doubt. Shots are falling. McWhorter left side to Jody Johnson. Drops it inside to the hoop, and a foul on the drive. Spartans have their 4th team foul. And it's John Lilquist who picks up his first. Lilquist, Ness, Kendall, and Anderson all have 1. The inbounds pass from Eric Rolseth. Passes it into Jody Johnson. Had a little trouble with it. Now gets control of a double dribble call. Spartans get it. 5th Brainerd turnover. Ziggy Arrington's back in. Matt Anderson brings it up. Anderson will set it up. Right side to Sorensen. Back to Anderson. Rotates to Lilquist. Kicks it into Calpine. Nice dish to Durheim. Banks it up too hard. Raiders get the rebound. They come out on the break. Lead pass McWhorter against Anderson. Double team fadeaway off the heel. In the lane, Jody Johnson. Fall away shot in the paint. Won't drop. And it's Lilquist who gets the rebound and starts Anderson up the right side. Lead pass Durheim to the hole. No! Tipped up over the basket, and Johnson gets the board. Raiders trailing by 16 with 9:05 to go. First half. Left side pass. Comes to Eric Rolseth. Feeds it into Jody Johnson. Turnaround off the glass and down. Jody Johnson's in double figures with 10. That's right on his average. 10 points, 9 rebounds a game. He looks good out there tonight. Matt Anderson around the perimeter will set it up. Looks to Durheim. Boy, Tim had nice position inside. We've got a foul whistled. No basket. No, the basket does count. Basket counts, and the foul is on Tony Glens, his first. Team foul number 5. And the basket for Tim Durheim gives him 4 points on the night, and now Tim will try to convert the free throw. Spartans are going to make a mass substitution here. Olschlager won't be able to come in, though, because Durheim's shooting. 8:45 to go first half, 34-18. Spartans having equaled their biggest lead, a 16-point margin here in this first half of play. Durheim will show. Well, now, wait a minute here. Talking to Retz. No basket. They're going to wipe that basket out. Durheim will shoot 2. So they take the basket away. Oh, he won't shoot 2. It was not a shooting foul. It was on the drive, evidently. So not only is the basket disallowed, there are no free throws. It was on the drive. Nagan in the corner along the baseline, gets it to Ness, misses a turnaround, tipped up off the glass and grabbed by the Raiders and stolen away by Kendall, but it's ruled a tie-up, a jump ball, and the Spartans get, or the Raiders get possession, rather. Good job by Kendall to tie Moyna up on that rebound. 8:37 to go, first half. Ziggy Arrington will walk it up the middle of the floor against Nagin. Passes it off. Right side to Roger Denny. Back out to Arrington. Throws it through to Rolseth. His open jumper is good. Eric Rolseth has his first points. 32-20. Lead pass to Ness from Nagin. Banks it up too hard. Jody Johnson, the defensive board, hands it off to Ziggy Arrington. At midcourt against Nagin. Arrington, high post pass. Moyna, top of the key. Three-pointer on the way by Denny. Off the heel. Oschlager gets the board. Outlet pass to Nagin. Over the line, Nagin will set it up. Another 8 minutes to play. He gets a screen, cranks the three off the rim, and it'll be a three-shot foul once again. Nagin's second trip to the line for three. Foul is on Ziggy Anderson. Ziggy has his second. Team foul number 6, and Nagin will shoot three for the second time tonight. He's got 5 points, having hit 2 out of 3 in his earlier trip to the line. Byron, a 6'1" sophomore out of Akeley. Free throw is on the way, and it is good. Byron has 6. Spartans have 6 points from the line on 7 attempts. And that's been one of their weak spots all year. 7 out of 8 as Nagin drills another. 7 points for Byron Nagin. 4 out of 5 from the line. 5 out of 6 from the line. 8 points for Nagin, and it's 35-20. Spartans now by 15. Biggest lead has been 16. Arrington, left side to Rolseth. Takes a dribble. Back for Arrington. Nagin almost stole. Arrington driving all the way inside in traffic. Walked. Turnover number 6 for the Raiders. Spartans with Nagin taking the inbounds pass from Ken Kendall. Ahead, pass knocked away, and the Spartans have their 4th turnover. Here's Arrington. Top of the key, Johnson, free throw line area, puts it up, misses. And we have a foul on Kendall on the rebound. Ken Kendall gets his second personal, and team foul number 5 on the Spartans. No bonus yet. 7:28 to go. First half action, Northwest Division basketball at Fergus Falls Community College. Pass comes in to Roger Denny. Around the perimeter, double team, back off to Arrington. Left side of the lane, Rolseth driving, trying to get it up over Oschlager. It's off the rim and grabbed by Kendall. Outlet pass ahead to Nagin. Over the midcourt line, lead pass inside, and Logie comes up with the ball, then he lost control in the corner. Spartans turn it over for the 5th time. Ann Williams will join us at halftime. We'll talk about the Lady Spartan victory tonight. They had that one all the way, had the lead from start to finish. Wound up on top by 48 points. Three-pointer, Roger Denny cans it. First 3 of the ball game for the Raiders. Denny with his first points. It's 35-23. Nagin against Denny out front. Handling the ball near midcourt. Passes off to Ness on the wing. Brings it back to Byron Nagin. Right side pass to Logie. Goes to Nagin. Brings it back to Logie for 3. Yes. Mike Logie with 9. Spartans kick that lead back up to 15 with 6.5 to go first half. Arrington against Nagin. Left side on the wing to Rolseth. He'll crank it from outside. That hits the heel. Comes to Nagin. Byron pushes it ahead. Passes into the lane. It was tipped, and then a collision between Kendall and Logie results in the 6th Spartan turnover, and we are even in turnovers tonight. Raiders get the ball. Jody Johnson will throw it into Ziggy Arrington. Denny comes out. And the Raiders bring Paul Coughlin back in. Here's Arrington on Nagin to Coughlin. Kicks it into Johnson. Lost the handle. Picks it up. Turns, shoots, misses, and it's rebounded by Ness. Up the left side, now Nagin cuts to the middle. Top of the key, Nagin off to Ness. One dribble and then back to Nagin. Over to Logie. Three-pointer, that's off the rim and rebounded by Arrington. Over the timeline. Into the lane against Nagin. Banks it up and gets it down, and Arrington has 4 points. 38 for the Spartans, 25 for the Raiders. Nagin will work the dribble out front, give it to Ness. Knocked away and out of bounds off the Raiders as it was poked loose by Eric Rolseth. From in front of the Raider bench, pass comes out to Nagan. Nagan looking at his zone. Right side now to Ness. Cross court to Logie. Baseline jumper is there, and Logie can't get it down. Ness, the rebound, won't fall, but he is fouled. Rolseth will pick up the personal, and Ness will shoot 2. Eric Rolseth with his first personal. Matt Anderson is in, and Logie will come out. Well, Tom Ness at the line. He has not scored yet tonight, but he's one of those players who's consistently around double figures for the Spartans, as many of them are, averaging 10.5 points a game. Free throw on the way is no good. That's one thing Tom has struggled with, is free throws. He's 26 out of 60 now from the line. Or 26 out of, 60, I guess. Second one up and good. So Ness gets his first point of the night from the free throw line, and the Spartans are up by 14 at 39-25 with 5:20 to go first half. Ziggy Arrington, right side pass. Coughlin drops it inside to Moyna, who is hammered by Ness. Tom Ness will pick up his second personal, team foul number 6 against the Spartans, and Moyna will shoot 2. Jeff Moyna, number 33. 6'2", sophomore out of Brainerd. Calpine is in. Ness will come out. Shot is up and good by Moyna. His first point from the line for the Raiders tonight, 39-26. Second shot in the air, that's in and out, no good, and rebounded by the Raiders, but we've got a foul on Oschlager as Rolseth had picked up the ball down at the baseline. And Randy Oschlager will pick up his first foul. And stepping to the line is Eric Rolseth. Shooting the 1-and-1. The bonus is on both ways now. Free throws up and good. Third point for Rolseth, 39-27. Spartans have led by 16 at one time. And now Rolseth can cut it to 11 if he hits his second free throw opportunity. It is up and it is good. So it is an 11-point Spartan lead. Nagan into the front court with a pass to Matt Anderson. Against the zone, right side to Nagan, back to Anderson, reverses it to Calpine. Returns it to Anderson at the point. Right side pass to Nagan. Takes a dribble, passes off. Calpine in the corner. Back out to Matt Anderson on the drive. Free throw line, bounce pass stolen away. Spartans have their 7th turnover of the game. And Ziggy Arrington will bring it out of the backcourt. Arrington with a right side pass to the baseline. The shot by Rolseth is good, and it's down to single digits now. Chipping away at that lead, and it's now a 9-point Spartan advantage. Matt Anderson takes the pass against the zone, gives to Nagan. Back out to Matt, reverses to Calpine, looks to Anderson at the point. Now back to Calpine, left side, kicks it inside. Oschlager on Johnson, feeds it back through. Nagan wants 3, off the heel. Boarded by Coughlin. Back to Ziggy Arrington. Raiders coming right back into this one. Coughlin against Matt Anderson. Fakes the pass, takes it in, side of the lane, spins, shoots, and hits. Coughlin has 4, and it's 39-32. Spartans by 7 now, as they've lost 9 points off their lead. Anderson to Nagan. Against the zone, back to Anderson at the point, giving to Calpine on the left wing, back to Matt Anderson. Guarded by Ziggy Arrington. Brings it to Nagan, bounce pass inside. Kendall in traffic, won't get the roll on that one, and Johnson knocks it to the corner, and we've got a foul on Oschlager that is going to put a Raider at the line. I believe Jeff Moyna will shoot. Oschlager will get his second personal foul. Got some youngsters from the Fergus Falls Backcourt Club who are going to be entertaining at halftime. They're getting ready over in the corner. 3:36 remaining here in the first half. Wilquist and Sorensen are off the bench for the Spartans. And we'll see Calpine and Kendall come out. 39-32. The Spartans have a 7-point lead. Moyna is going to try to cut into that lead right now. Front end of the 1-and-1. Got it. So the lead is 6. Both of Moyna's points have come from the line, all 3 of them, let's say, as he hits the second one. And the Spartan lead is down to 5 now with 3.5 minutes to go first half. Lilquist, baseline drive, and we've got a foul on the drive that will put Lilquist on the line. And the Raider foul is on Moyna, his second. Well, Lilquist has not scored yet tonight. John is a 6'3" sophomore from Sabika. 71% free throw shooter on the year. Misses. Jody Johnson gets the board for the Raiders, and his outlet pass goes to Ziggy Arrington, and the Raiders, down by 5, will attempt to cut it even further. Left side pass on the wing, and it goes out of bounds off the Raiders as Rolseth was unable to hold on to the pass. 7th Raider turnover. Spartans with Sorensen. Bounce pass into Matt Anderson. Over the timeline against the zone. Anderson with a bounce pass to Lilquist. Takes a dribble, feeds it in for Olschlager, but throws it away. Led him a bit too far. Raiders get it back, down by 5. Jody Johnson inbounds to Ziggy Arrington. Arrington against Nagan as the Spartans stay man-to-man. Stops the dribble, looks for help. Rolseth comes out, then gives it back to Ziggy. Under 3 minutes to play in the half. Cuts into the lane, dishes off. Moyna, bounce pass. Coughlin, baseline, yes, over Lilquist for 2. Coughlin has 6. Dave Retzlaff wants a timeout. 2 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the first half, and it's 39 for the Spartans, 36 for the Raiders.
Community colleges, where America goes to college. Evelyn Getty, Public Relations Director at Fergus Falls Community College.
Perhaps most of our students come to the community college because they are interested in finding the most affordable education that is available without having to travel a very long distance.
Yeah, you can save a lot of money by living right with your parents there.
It's a smaller school, so it's easier to be involved in more things.
It is here where you can get your start and make a dream become a reality.
Who did you take? You weren't out here.
Oh, we were here, but I don't remember how many we watched.
Have cut that 16-point lead down to 3. Spartans get the ball. Matt Anderson, Scott Sorensen, John Lilquist, Randy Olschlager, and Byron Nagan on the floor. Pass into Sorensen, baseline, trying to feed it through. Intercepted and kept alive by Jody Johnson. Nice job by the big guy. Arrington will take it to the hole and miss it. Tipped out. Free throw line jumper is there for Coughlin. He can't hit it. Sorensen, Nagan, Anderson slows it up. Matt will set it right side to Nagan. Bounce pass inside for Olschlager, and the Spartans have turned it over 10 times. 2:16 to go, first half. Raiders down by 3, and they have the ball. Ziggy Arrington will set it up against Byron Nagan. Left side pass, baseline drive. Coughlin, layup, good. Coughlin has 8. And with 2 minutes to go, Matt Anderson turns it over as he mishandles the dribble at midcourt. Spartans lead by 1. They've seen this 16-point lead disappear. And now the Raiders in a position to take their first lead since early on. Left side pass in the corner. Moyna dishes off to Arrington, cuts into the lane, free throw line area, passes to Coughlin, 3-point range. Driving on Anderson, now dishes off. Rolseth against Lilquist. Rolseth looking for help, stole it away. Brainerd with their 8th turnover. Nagan left side to Lilquist in the corner, and Lilquist can't handle the pass. Some nights, huh? Nobody can pass the ball, nobody can catch the ball. 12 turnovers. 1:34 left. First half action from the Fergus Falls Community College gym. And the Raiders of Brainerd with a chance to take the lead if they can convert on this possession. Into the corner now. Coughlin's going to try for the three, and he gets it. 3-point shot for Coughlin, who's in double figures now with 11. And the Spartans trail by 2, 41-39. Matt Anderson against the zone, left side to Lilquist, inside to Olschlager. Nice feed, and Olschlager converts and ties it up at 41. Randy Olschlager with 9. Hasn't had any for a while, though. Arrington, left side pass. Now they kick it inside to Jody Johnson. He mishandles the ball. 9 Brainerd turnovers. Tim Durheim is in. And Scott Sorensen will come out. Mike Logie is in. Matt Anderson will come out. 51.5 seconds remaining. 41 apiece. Logie into the front court. Left side to Lilquist. Drops it into Olschlager on Johnson. Trying to get it to Durheim off his hands. Nagan picks it up. He squares, shoots, and hits. Nagan gives the lead back to the Spartans with his 10th point of the night. 43-41, 36 on the clock. Arrington against Nagan. Lost by Arrington and out of bounds off his leg. Brainerd with their 10th turnover. Spartans by 2, and they have the ball. They let a 16-point lead get away. Logie will set it up near midcourt. Right side to Nagan. Against the zone, out to Lilquist. Now to Nagan. Spartans are going to hold it for the last shot. They want the lead going into the locker room. Olschlager's posting high. Nagan passes to Logie. Now they'll start to run it with 13 on the clock. Logie left side on the dribble. Back out to Lilquist at the top. 7 seconds to go. Logie, 3-point range. Takes it into the lane. Hits the jumper with 2 seconds to go, and that'll do it for the first half as Logie gets it down and gets into double figures with his 10th and 11th points in the half. And the Spartans lead it at halftime by 4, 45-41 over the Brainerd Raiders, who came back strong after trailing by 16. We'll have a great second half. No doubt about it. 45-41 Spartans at halftime, and we'll be back to recap that first half for you in 2 minutes. Well, we are ready to start the second half. Great comeback there at the end of the first half by the Raiders. They were down by 16, and they battled back to within 4 now at the end of the half after having taken the lead by 2. We found out who number 31 is. Patrick Greer, who was listed as 45 in the book, is 31 for the Raiders. Logie to Nagan. Bounce pass to Ness. Takes it down low. Pull-up jumper off the side of the rim. Jody Johnson gets the rebound for the Raiders. Outlet pass by Kendall, picked up by Ziggy Arrington. Ahead to the corner, the jumper on the way, and it's good. Tony Glens hits that one from the left side. He's got 4, and the Raiders cut the Spartan lead to 2, half a minute into the second half. Nagan, 3-point range. Looks back to Logie, who's going to take the 3, and it's off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Olschlager, and he's fouled inside as he went up for the shot. And the foul will be a shooting foul that will put Olschlager on the line. Paul Coughlin will pick up his first. Randy is 1 for 1 at the free throw line tonight. He is averaging a total of 16.5 points a game, and he's a 63% foul shooter. And the free throw is good. Olschlager in double figures. He has 10. He joins Mike Logie and Byron Nagan in double figures tonight. And the Spartans lead it by 3. Second free throw in the air. That one's off the rim, no good. Boarded by McWhorter of the Raiders. Over the timeline, McWhorter to the free throw line. Jumper, yes. McWhorter has 4. And the Spartans lead it by 1. 46-45 as Nagan sets it up. Right side pass goes to Logie. Looks through the lane, Ness. Driving down low, baseline, back through to Nagan. Straight on with a bucket for 3 off the rim, tipped off the glass, and gathered in by Coughlin. Takes a dribble, then drops it back to Ziggy Arrington. Spartans by 1. Arrington into the front court, right side pass, McWhorter. He's guarded by Logie, takes it down low, forces a shot. That will not fall. It's tipped up and controlled by Kendall. Outlet pass to Nagan. Over the line, will set it up on the bounce to Ness. Pass inside, deflected away, and the Spartans turn it over 13 times now on the drive. Arrington all the way to the hole, gets it to drop, and the Raiders get the lead back. Arrington has 6. That's the 4th lead change, and it's Brainerd by 1. Nagan to Ness. Back to Nagan. Starts to drive in, hits Logie. Back out to Byron Nagan. To the corner, Ness wants 3, and he gets it. Tom Ness with his first field goal of the night. The Spartans are back on top, 49-47. 2 minutes gone here in the second half. Going for the steal, Logie missed it. McWhorter misses the shot, and Olschlager clears the board. Up the near side to Logie. He'll set it around the perimeter. Gets a screen from Olschlager. Drives in, 15-footer, yes. Logie connects. He's got 13, and the Spartans get their lead back up to 5 at 52-47. Left side pass to Coughlin. Drops it inside. Knocked away. Picked up by Jody Johnson off the front of the rim. Olschlager gets the rebound and gives to Byron Nagan. Ahead on the right side of the floor to Kendall. Looks to Olschlager near the free throw line. Down low to Logie. Drives on Johnson off the glass and down. And Logie now with 15. And David Johnson senses it slipping the wrong way for his liking. And with 17-11 to go in this ball game, the score now is 53-47. The Spartans lead it by 6. And we'll be back after this.
Fergus Tire wants to serve you. No job is too big or too small, and they have quality Goodyear tires to match most any vehicle. For their best Goodyear prices, check out the weekly special and take advantage quick. Even if your vehicle doesn't have a need for new Goodyears, Fergus Tire can supply you with Goodyear Certified Auto Service. Make your appointment today for service for your vehicle from the ground up from Fergus Tire, 222 Cavour Avenue in downtown Fergus Falls.
Ziggy Arrington walks the ball up. Spartans lead it by 6 here as Arrington sets the offense against the man-to-man. Pass to Jody Johnson. Had trouble with the ball, then got it back. Missed the shot. Gets his own rebound. Count it, and he's fouled. The basket will count for Jody Johnson. And the foul is on Tom Ness. His 3rd. Team foul number 1 here in the second half, and Jody Johnson now has 12 points. His first trip to the free throw line. Brainerd is 5 out of 8 on the night. Under 17 minutes to go. The Spartans lead by 4. Johnson's going to try to whittle that down another notch to 3. Spartans are back here Saturday against Itasca. The ladies play at 1, the men play at 3, and the free throw by Johnson is off and rebounded by Olschlager, who fires it up the right side to Logie. Logie will work the dribble and finds Nagan as he was double teamed. Gets it back to Logie at the point. Left side to Ness. Now back to Logie. Straight on with a bucket for 3 off the front of the rim. Tip back out. Logie gets it. Takes it up the lane over Jody Johnson off the rim. Tipped at the baseline and recovered by McWhorter. McWhorter works the dribble. Free throw line jumper is open. Off the heel. Comes to Ness. Stolen away by Arrington. Nice feed to Johnson. Off the glass and down. Jody Johnson with 14. It's 53-51. Spartans by a bucket. Nagan misses from the side. And it's Arrington breaking out with a pass up the left side to Glens. He'll pull up and pop it and tie the game at 53. Glens has 6. First tie of the second half and our 4th tie of the ball game. Logie at the other end with a bounce pass right into the waiting arms of Glens. The Spartans have really made some poor passes tonight. Not used to seeing them give the ball up as easily as they have this evening. 15 turnovers. Johnson near the free throw line, gets it inside. Coughlin back out. McWhorter gives it to Johnson near the line again. Holding the ball, passing off to Coughlin. Here's McWhorter, baseline penetration, misses a shot, gets his own rebound, puts it up, no good. Johnson the board and a rebounding foul. We've got a technical foul called on Olschlager. grabbing the net. Olschlager gets a technical foul. DJ's wondering if there's a basket. Well, the basket came, but it was after the technical, I'm sure. Ziggy Arrington will shoot. So a technical on Olschlager for grabbing the net. Boy, I haven't seen that one called for a while, a long time. Arrington will shoot. He has 6 points. We're even at 53, and Arrington gives Brainerd the lead as he hits the shot. Gets another one. Got them both. Raiders 55, Spartans 53, and the Raiders get the ball. Ziggy Arrington taking the pass. Setting it up against Nagin out front. We've got a travel call on Ziggy. Drag that pivot foot. That's the first second half turnover for the Raiders, and their 11th rather of the game. Spartans with Ness on the left side for 3. Off the rim. Tipped up by Kendall. Won't drop down. Oh! That really must have hurt. Arrington went down hard at the other end. McWhorter misses. It's tipped up and in by Jody Johnson. And we've got an injured player. Jody Johnson got the tip in. 16 for Jody. Ziggy Arrington really hit the floor hard. He's lame. I thought he hit his head on the floor. But apparently not. He's going to stay in there. Well, if I would have fallen like that, I know I'd still be laying there. But Ziggy's resilient. He bounced up. Just shocked him for a minute. 57-53 now. Nagin in the corner, trying to trim it to 1. Can't hit it. Jody Johnson gets a rebound. Byron is off tonight. Coughlin cross the floor. Glenn, side of the lane, up off the rim. Rebound, put up by Glens. He gets it down. Glens has 8. Raiders have their biggest lead, 59-53. They lead the Spartans as Logie sets it up against Arrington. Left side to Ness. Ness lobs it into Olschlager against Johnson. The hook shot doesn't drop. Glens gets the board and leaves it for Ziggy Arrington. Over the timeline, Arrington working against Nagin. Left side, McWhorter driving on Logie into the lane. Shot is blocked and out of bounds off Kendall. John Lilquist will check in. Tom Ness will come out. Pat Calpine is on. And Mike Logie will leave. 14 and a half minutes remaining. 59-53. Raiders by 6, enjoying their biggest lead. Arrington in the right-hand corner on Nagin. Drives baseline, misses the shot. He got around Nagin, had the shot, but didn't get it to fall. Here's John Lilquist. Ahead to Calpine. Nice dish into Olschlager. It drops. He's going to the line, and Jody Johnson has 3 fouls. Calpine will get the assist. Olschlager the hoop. Randy converted a 3-point play earlier in the ball game. In fact, his first points of the night came in that fashion. 12 points for Olschlager tonight. Jody Johnson will come out. He's got 3 personals. Moyna is in. And the Spartans will have Olschlager at the line, trying to draw the Spartans back to within 3. Patrick Greer, a 5'10 sophomore, in, replacing James McWhorter. And the free throw by Olschlager is in and out. Tipped by Greer and recovered by Moyna. 59-55, Raiders by 4. Into the front court, Arrington passes it ahead. Baseline drive, Coughlin up off the glass and down, and we've got an offensive foul on Coughlin. I believe the basket will count. Let's see. They haven't ruled yet if it will count or not. Coughlin on the drive, it will count, and then he gets the foul. So Coughlin picks up his 2nd personal. The basket counts. He has 13. That was a nice penetration move, but he also got the foul. And it is 61-55. The Spartans trail by 6 with 14:04 to go. Spartans will work the ball in the backcourt. Scott Sorensen is coming in. And he'll replace Ken Kendall in the lineup for the Spartans. Sorensen, Olschlager, Calpine, Lilquist, and Nagin. They're the 5 on the floor. Calpine has the ball, works it right side. Lilquist back to Calpine, over to Nagin. Byron goes to the far corner to Lilquist, loads the 3 and hits it. He got the spin that laid it off the glass and right down through the hoop. And Lilquist draws the Spartans to within 3 at 61-58. Arrington steal by Nagin, foul on Nagin. Byron's got his first. Team foul number 2 on the Spartans. And with 13:41 to go in the ball game, Brainerd will throw it in from across the floor. They lead by 3. Coughlin looks to get the ball into Ziggy Arrington on the far side of the floor. Back to Coughlin, penetrating, free throw line, and he's fouled on the drive. Foul goes against number 35, Keith Johnson. No, it's 35 on the Spartans, Pat Calpine. My mistake, 3rd team foul on the Spartans. In the corner, one dribble, the jumper on the way off the rim. It climbs up on top of the backboard and hits the support. And it will go to the Spartans, 61-58. Raiders by 3. Sorensen into Calpine. Over the line, Calpine fires to Lilquist, right side, back to Calpine, takes a dribble, looks to Nagin. Nagin will crank the 3, and Byron overshoots the bucket. Up the left side of the floor, a 3 at the other end. Was it a 3 or no, his toes were on the line. It's 2 for Tony Glenns, who's in double figures with 10 now, and it's 63-58. Free throw line, Sorensen's pass knocked away, stolen by Arrington. Backcourt foul on Olschlager. And Olschlager will pick up his 3rd. Olschlager gets his 3rd personal foul. 12:58 to go. Matt Anderson in for Byron Nagin. Byron struggling with his shot tonight. But knowing Byron, he'll hit a couple that will make a difference. Arrington with a bounce pass. Turnaround shot by Moyna won't drop, and Olschlager goes to the board, and Moyna reaches in, tries to swat it away, and he gets the foul. Moyna's got his 3rd. Team foul number 4 against the Raiders. Spartans with Matt Anderson working the dribble into the front court now against the zone. Left side to Calpine, back to Anderson. He'll shoot the 3, NBA 3. Give it to him. Matt was a good 5 feet behind that. Well, maybe not 5. Behind that 3-point circle. Looked like it. Here's a 3 at the other end on the way by Coughlin. He can't get it to fall. Olschlager gets a rebound. Moves it up the side to Matt Anderson. 63-61. Spartans down by 2 as they look to tie here. Calpine into Olschlager to Sorensen off his hands and recovered by the Raiders. Arrington on the drive, lost control. Turns it over. 12:04 to go. Raiders make some substitutions. McWhorter and Johnson are back in. Moyna and Greer come out. Sorensen will inbounds to Matt Anderson. Matt into the front court. Bounce pass to Lilquist. Takes a dribble back to Anderson. Right side corner to Lilquist. Lobs it in off Olschlager's hands. Comes right to Sorensen, who will tie it up. Got the bounce that time off the hands, and Scott has his first points. Everybody in the lineup has scored for the Spartans. Left side pass. Coughlin drops it into Glenns. Broken up by Olschlager. Picked up by Sorensen. Poked away. McWhorter recovers and is fouled by Sorensen. Sorensen gets his first. Team foul number 5 on the Spartans in this second half, and we will see shots as McWhorter was in the act of shooting. James McWhorter with 4 points, his first time at the line. He will shoot 2. We're all even at 63 aside. The free throw is good. So McWhorter breaks the tie with his 5th point. Durheim and Kendall both ready to check in. McWhorter's second one is good. So he has 6. Durheim and Kendall replacing Sorensen and Olschlager for the Spartans. 11:32 left in the ball game. 65-63 Brainerd. And they sit back in a 2-3 zone. At the point, Anderson looks left to Calpine, inside to Kendall, baseline penetration, and Kendall ties it up. Ken works well along the baseline, and he now has 8 points. Ziggy Arrington against Anderson, left side pass on the wing. Here's McWhorter near the free throw line, back to Arrington. Driving baseline, Arrington dishes off. Jody Johnson back out to Glenn's free throw line jumper on the way off the front of the rim. Rebound on the wing, grabbed by Rolseth. Bounce pass Johnson underneath for 2. Jody Johnson with 18. 10 in the first half, 8 here in the second half, and it's 67-65 Brainerd as the Spartans work it against the zone in the half court. Anderson to Lilquist, now to Calpine. Baseline drive, and he is fouled by Jody Johnson, who has 4. Team foul number 5 and personal foul number 4 on Jody Johnson, and Dave Johnson's going to the bench now, and he will bring Paul Coughlin in, the 6'1 sophomore. Well, he didn't get him in. He started play again. Here's Matt Anderson, 3-point area. Bounce pass to Calpine at the top of the key. Works it to Lilquist. Now brings it across to Matt Anderson. His 3, that one is off. Tipped inside by Kendall, knocked away by Jody Johnson and out of bounds, and now the substitution is made as Coughlin is in, and Johnson with 4 fouls comes out. 10 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Spartans trail by 2. They throw it in from underneath their offensive bucket. Lilquist gets it out to Matt Anderson. Matt drives in, dishes to Calpine, drops it into Durheim, dribbles it off his foot, and we've got a foul called on Arrington. 3rd on Arrington, team foul number 6 on the Raiders. Spartans again will throw it in from underneath. Lilquist will pass it in. Spartans stack the near side of the lane as they prepare to inbounds the ball. Spartans have won 7 in a row. Durheim misses, gets his own board, kicks it out to Lilquist, who hits the jumper from the side and ties the game. Lilquist has 5, and it's 67 aside. Raiders pass it in, Ziggy Arrington. Into the front court now, guarded by Matt Anderson. Right side on the wing to McWhorter, guarded by Calpine. Cuts into the lane, passes back out, 3-pointer. Rolseth nails it, 70-67. Rolseth has 9, his first 3 of the night. Calpine drops it into Durheim, side of the lane, fade away off the rim. Arrington had it, lost it, he falls down. Durheim recovers in the corner, gives it to Calpine. Back to Matt Anderson at the top, against the zone. Calpine for the tie. Off the glass, no good. Durheim chases it down. Back out to Matt Anderson. Penetrating, shooting. We've got a foul. It's a block on Arrington. Ziggy Arrington's got his 4th. Well, wait a minute now. We've got a conversation with the officials. Arrington picks up. We've got a double foul. Calling a double foul. They're going to the possession ruling, and the Spartans will get the ball. How can you have a block and a charge on the same play? They call a double foul on that. So Ziggy Arrington gets his 4th, and Pat Calpine gets his 2nd, and Brainerd gets the ball. 9:20 left. Arrington right side, McWhorter. He'll shoot from 3-point range and miss, and the rebound, there's a collision underneath between 2 Spartans. The shot doesn't drop. Durheim comes in, gets the defensive board, kicks it ahead to Lilquist. Against McWhorter, and we've got some contact with McWhorter getting the foul. Nagin and Olschlager come in. McWhorter's got his first foul. And that's team foul number 8 now on Brainerd. Now remember, when we get to 10, it's a 2-shot foul. Raiders will bring Roger Denny into the lineup. McWhorter will come out. Nagin, Olschlager, Kendall, Lilquist, and Anderson on the floor for the Spartans. It's Moyna and Rolseth, Arrington, Denny, and Glenn's on the floor for the Raiders. 70-67, Brainerd with the lead, and Lilquist hits the free throw. John has his 6th point. And Lilquist this year's averaging right over 6 points a game, 6.2 per game. Second attempt by Lilquist coming up. 70-68 now. Raiders by 2. Mike Belseth is trying to dry a portion of the floor. That's down near the baseline. .907 left in this ball game, in regulation anyway, and this one certainly wouldn't be a surprise if it went into overtime the way it has been played. 70-68, Brainerd has the lead. We have had 7 ties in the game. We have had 6 lead changes. And we have John Lilquist shooting the second free throw here with the Spartans down by 2. 9:07 remaining. I think everybody's ready now. Lilquist gets the ball at the line. Puts it in the air. Off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Nagin on the offensive end. Nagin will set it up to Matt Anderson. Brings it over to Lilquist. Has the open 3. Misses off the front of the rim. Nagin tips it up no good. And Arrington gets the defensive board. Raiders leading by 2 with under 9 minutes to go now. Right side, Rolseth passes, loose ball, recovers, and gets it back out to Denny. Sets it to Arrington. Starting to penetrate in, then backed off. Now he drives, underhand layup, doesn't drop. Olschlager the board, and the outlet to Anderson. 8.5 on the clock. Anderson to the corner to Lilquist. 3-pointers open, he misses off the side. Olschlager mishandles the ball down low. Raiders get the basketball. Lenz gives it to Arrington. Up the middle of the floor. Arrington at the top. Double dribble. Hesitated on his dribble. Put it down again. Picked it up. 14 turnovers now for Brainerd. Spartans have 17. They've taken much better care of the ball here the last several minutes, though, than they did early on in this half. 8:10 to go now. 70-68. Spartans trail by 2. Nagin, baseline, turnaround, ties it. Well, Byron's got a dozen. His first points of the second half, and it evens the score at 70. Arrington against Nagin as he crosses into the front court. Left side pass. Backing out, Roger Denny, guarded by Anderson. Spinning on the dribble, stops, passes off. Left side, Rolseth. Back to Denny. Here's Arrington taking the pass out front. Bounce pass alongside the lane. Turnaround by Glenn's off the heel. Rolseth the rebound against Lilquist. Up off the heel. Tipped up no good. Fade away in the lane is good by the Raiders. Jeff Moyna, his first field goal. He's got 5 points, and with 7:20 to go, it's 72-70. Raiders by a bucket with Nagin giving to Matt Anderson. Over to Lilquist. Back to Matt Anderson. He'll take the 3, and Matt hits the rim with it. Olschlager, the board, goes up for the shot, and we've got a foul called. DJ can't believe that wasn't a foul on Olschlager for throwing the elbows. Two-shot foul. Olschlager with 12 points already will go to the line. He is 2 out of 4 at the free throw line. Should have been a walk or a foul there, no doubt. And Rolseth got the personal. Randy puts the ball in the air, and it is good. 13 for Randy Olschlager. Spartans trail by 1, and Olschlager will try to tie. Second one up. That's off the rim, no good. And the rebound belongs to Glenn's. He gives it to Arrington. Arrington takes it into the front court. Passes it off to McWhorter, kicks it inside. Moyna to the hoop, blocked inside by Kendall. It comes back to Arrington. His pass right side of the lane. Moyna, now McWhorter driving, dishing. Moyna puts it up, rattles around no good, and Olschlager gets the board. Anderson across to Lilquist, takes it up, and oh, is he hammered. We'll go with an intentional foul on that one. Intentional foul is called. And Lilquist will go to the line. 6:42 to go. Not only will the Spartans get a couple of free throws here, but they will get the ball. And in a close game like this, that can make a difference, that extra possession. Lilquist will take 2 free throws on the intentional foul call, and Lilquist drains the first one to tie the game. He has 7 points now. 72-72. Second one by Lilquist. Good. Breaks the tie. 7 lead changes in the game. Spartans get the ball. And Tom Ness will throw it in from underneath with 6:42 to go. Nagin from the corner. Off the rim. Coughlin the rebound. Hands it to Ziggy Arrington. He's guarded by Nagin. Over the line. Free throw line area. Nice dish. Moyna lays it in. The lead goes back to Brainerd. Moyna's got 7. Nagin right side. Fires it across. Ness. He'll shoot the 3. Off. Here's Arrington. 74-73. Spartans are not shooting the ball well tonight. On the year, they're 44%. From the left side, it's off. McWhorter gets the board. Dishes into the lane. The shot is blocked by Kendall. Picked up by Olschlager. Passes to Anderson. Spartans are 46% on the year, rather. They throw it away. Opponents are 44%. McWhorter on the drive. Off the turnover. It's good. McWhorter now with 8. Spartans back at the other end, trailing by 3 with 5:45 to go. Olschlager sets it to Matt Anderson. Matt working in, passing off, stolen away. Another turnover. Arrington on the drive, up for 2. And Ziggy Arrington now is in double figures with 10. Spartans trail by 5 with Nagin working the ball right side. Passes it off to Matt Anderson. Matt against the zone. Lobs it over to Ness. Inside to Olschlager. In the lane. Olschlager up. No, won't drop, but he'll shoot 2. Ziggy Arrington needs a break. Foul is on McWhorter. His second. Or no, it's not McWhorter. It's Coughlin. Well, no, it isn't Coughlin. It's Moyna, 33. Olschlager will shoot 2. 13 for Randy, and there's number 14. 78-74. Spartans trail by 4. 5:14 to go. Spartans have led by as many as 16. Brainerd had a 6-point lead at one time here in the second half. Their lead is now 4. The miss, the rebound by Kendall. Loose ball. Nagin gets it. Back out to Logie. Now to Nagin. Bluffs the shot. Takes it down low. Baseline shot on the way. Off. Rebound by Brainerd. Moyna picks it up. They head on the near side to Greer. Under 5 minutes to play. Loose ball. Greer gets it back. Double team pressure. Fires it into the lane. Baseline shot. McWhorter hits it. McWhorter has 10. And with 4:45 to go, the Raiders have equaled their biggest lead, and Nagin cuts it in half. And what we said about big buckets coming from Byron, he hasn't been hitting all night. So that's a big 3, and that's 15 for Nagin. Double team pressure at midcourt. McWhorter takes the pass. Driving in all the way to the hoop. Gets it down. Well, McWhorter's come alive. He's got 10 of his 12 here in the second half. 82-77. Nagin. Bounce pass. Kendall. Baseline. Won't fall, but he'll go to the line. Moyna commits his 5th. He's gone. Fouls out with 4:16 to go. That is 5. And with 4:16 to go, we'll see Kendall going to the line. Moyna fouling out with 7 points and 3 out of 4 from the line. And we'll see a new player coming in for the Raiders. And it will be Eric Rolseth returning to the lineup, 6'4" sophomore. John Lilquist will come off the bench. John's had the hot hand tonight. He's got 8 points. He's going to be coming in for Kendall. 4:16 left, 82-77. Spartans down by 5, and now Kendall will try to cut into that lead. Kendall has 6 points tonight. 8 points, rather. First of 2. No. Kendall has shot poorly from the line this year, only 49%. Second one up, in and out. Rebound to Glens. Up the left side to Greer. 5-point Brainerd lead. Baseline drive and a foul on the Spartans. Or is this another one of those double fouls, is it? Oschlager had the basket didn't go in. The ball didn't go in. There is no basket. DJ can't believe it. No basket. The first call they gave was basket counts and a foul on the offensive player after the shot, but the ball didn't go down. And with 4:08 to go, we have the Spartans at the line. And that was the 10th foul, so it's 2 shots now. Foul on Coughlin is his 4th. And Oschlager's back at the line. So Oschlager will shoot 2. Well, now they're holding out the 1-and-1, but isn't that the 10th foul? It's good. 82-78. Second one by Oschlager. $82-79. The Raiders make a substitution. Ziggy Arrington back in. Arrington will replace Patrick Greer, the 5'10" sophomore, and the Raiders get the ball, and they're going to see pressure right now. Spartans are down by 3, and they're putting full court man-to-man pressure on. And the pass comes into Arrington, who meets with a double team. Got around Logie, passes it through. Glens to the hole for 2. Nice job. Glens 10 in the second half, 12 for the game. Ness back out to Nagin. Oh, beautiful pass into Oschlager. Turns and hits it. Boy, what a nice pass. McWhorter up the right side, lost the ball. Here comes Lilquist. 2 men are back. Lilquist into the lane, broken up by Arrington. He was out of bounds when he touched it, though. And now the Raiders will bring Jody Johnson off the bench. Jody's got 4 fouls. Ken Kendall coming in for the Spartans. Ness will leave. 3:37 left. 84-81. Raiders by 3, and Lilquist will throw the ball in. Pass goes to Nagin in the corner. Bounce pass inside to Kendall. Back to Nagin for the tie. Yes! We are all even. Big bucket again by Byron Nagin, and against the pressure, Ziggy Arrington. Dribbles out of the backcourt. Stops. Needs help now, and coming out to help him out is Paul Coughlin. Coughlin against Nagin. Right side on the pass to McWhorter. Drives into the lane. McWhorter off balance. Up, rims around though. Good. Jody Johnson. Bank shot too hard. Spartans get the board as Oschlager starts Nagin back. Across the floor to Logie at the baseline. He goes up for 2 off the rim. Whoa, and a collision underneath, and Oschlager's going to be ruled that he touched the ball. DJ can't believe there isn't a foul. I thought for sure Oschlager would have gotten a foul on that one. Fell right over Ziggy Arrington. Under 3 minutes to play, tied at 84. McWhorter gives it back to Ziggy Arrington. Guarded by Nagin, right side to McWhorter. Drops it into Jody Johnson, turns on Oschlager, misses the shot. Lilquist clears it on the defensive end. Over the timeline, right side pass, baseline, Kendall on the drive for 2, and the Spartans get the lead back. Tim Kendall in double figures with 10, and it's 86-84. Arrington gives it up. He tried to pass it inside. We've got a foul on Arrington. And Ziggy Arrington is fouled out. His 5th foul. 2:22 to go. 10 points for Arrington. 2 out of 2 from the foul line, but he's out. It's a 2-shot foul here, ref. There's 10 fouls. It's a 2-shot foul, Mike. Well, we've got a timeout taken by Brainerd with 2:22 to go, and it's 86-84. The Spartans have the lead, and they'll have free throws coming when we come back.
Community colleges, where America goes to college. Evelyn Getty, Public Relations Director at Fergus Falls Community College.
Perhaps most of our students come to the community college because they are interested in finding the most affordable education that is available without having to travel a very long distance.
Yeah, you can save a lot of money by living right with your parents there.
It's a smaller school, so it's easier to be involved in more things.
It is here where you can get your start and make a dream become a reality.
Well, they finally realized that there's a 2-shot foul existing. With the 10th team foul and a half, it's 2 shots in college ball. At the line will be Mike Logie, and he will shoot 2 as we have gone by the 10 team fouls and a half for Brainerd. He has 15 points. Spartans are up by a bucket. Logie makes it 3. They have trailed by as many as 6 in this game. In his second half. And I believe the second one is good. Spartans, I think, have scored 10 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. I might be. 88-84. Greer with a bounce pass. Went for the steal, didn't get it. Glens misses the shot. Coughlin the rebound. McWhorter into the lane. He's fouled by Logie. Logie gets his first. McWhorter will shoot the 1-and-1. And McWhorter's got 10 of his 12 points here in the second half, and he is 2 for 2 at the line on the night. 2 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the ball game. 88-84. Spartans by 4. And the Spartans will take a timeout. The Spartan ladies won the first game here tonight by a score of 73-25 with 4 players in double figures, led by Melinda Clausen with 23, Don Rund with 15, 12 for Sean Hansen, and 11 for Anita Bovey. And with that win, the Spartan ladies pulled even at 3-3 in division play. And they are now 7-10 on the season, but 3-3 in division play. Must have been for the TV cameras. We had a student here at FFCC go out and do a couple of backflips. Ruined his glasses in the process, but hey, anything for applause, right? Okay, McWhorter at the free throw line. 88-84. Spartans by 4. And McWhorter will shoot the front end of the 1-and-1. It is up. It is off. Olschlager the board, and the outlet to Nagin. And we are down to the 2-minute mark in this ball game. 2 minutes to go. Spartans by 4. Nagin. Olschlager. Nagin. Olschlager, high post, turns into the lane, dishes off. Kendall up 2. 12 for Kendall. 90-84. Top of the key, left side pass. 3-point area, now into the lane. Jody Johnson walked. Turnover number 17 for the Raiders. 1:37 to go. And a 6-point Spartan lead. Under a minute and a half. Kendall, double teamed, off to Logie. Logie moving in, off to Kendall. Baseline, now back out to Logie. Across to Nagin. Fires it into the lane. Kendall will go up, and he'll hit it again. Kendall with 14, and it's an 8-point advantage, and the Raiders need one quickly. Greer, left side Coughlin, bluffs the shot. Timeout, Brainerd. 1:05 on the clock. 92-84. The Spartans have had a great run here. I believe it's 14 straight. And with 1:05 to go, they lead it by 8. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Established in 1914, Victor Lundeen Company is a landmark in downtown Fergus Falls. You'll find books for reading and gift giving. Lundeen's also has office supplies at low, low prices. And find those just right chairs, desks, files, and office dividers. Lundeen's printing department will handle all of your printing needs. Their staff is dedicated to meeting or exceeding your needs. So stop in for guaranteed satisfaction.
We make your office work for you, Lundeen.
Downtown Fergus Falls.
I'm trying to figure it out here. I think the Spartans have scored 14 straight points. That's what I'm figuring here. I believe it was 84-78. Raiders with McWhorter into the lane. Fakes, double pumps, misses the shot. Olschlager the rebound. And that one should about seal it. 8-point advantage, under a minute to go. Nagin ahead. Logie to the corner. Lilquist left side across to Nagin, almost over and back, but Byron saved it. Kendall back to Nagin. And Nagin double team, passes to Olschlager, and it's knocked away in the 1-and-1 as Glenns gets the foul, his second, with 39.8 seconds remaining. Olschlager will shoot the 1-and-1. Randy's got 6 of his points from the line tonight. He has 18 in the ball game. Matt Anderson's out there. 92-84. Spartans by 8. And the free throw by Olschlager on the way, off the rim. Well, from the line, Randy's hit 6, but he's missed 5, so he's 6 out of 11. Spartans drop everybody back defensively now. Only red shirts alongside the lane. Nope, missed them both. McWhorter the rebound. They need to pop one here. McWhorter gets by Nagin. Three-pointer will be launched, and he nails it. And they put the pressure on. So McWhorter hits a big 3, and a backcourt foul on Glenns will put the Spartans back on the line, and it's 92-87 with 28.8 on the clock. Well, that 3 finally breaks the Spartan run. I believe it was 84-78 at one time. The Spartans scored 14 straight to take an 8-point lead, and now that 3 breaks that run. And here's Matt Anderson. Matt misses from the line. Matt's got a 3-pointer tonight, and that has been it. Hit a couple of big free throws in that win over Watt last week. Spartans are home against Itasca Saturday. 1 o'clock for the ladies, 3 o'clock for the men. Spartans trying for their 8th straight win. And Anderson hits the free throw and puts them up by 6. Now the Raiders will put it in play with McWhorter. Brings it into the front court. McWhorter, 3-pointer, hits it again, and it's a 3-point game. They put the pressure on. Nagin is fouled, and Glenns picks up his 4th. Boy, you talk about a couple of big 3s. McWhorter has nailed 2 in a row, and it's 93-90. The Spartans are up by 3, and they need to hit their free throws. Nagin goes to the line. 18 points for Byron Nagin. He has hit 5 of his 6 free throw opportunities tonight. Byron hit a couple of big 3s down the stretch here this evening. 17.4 seconds to go, and he hits the heel, no good. Well, this is the big one. Nagin needs to hit this one to put them up by 4. They never come easy, do they? Second shot by Nagin. On the way, in the bucket. Timeout, Spartans. 19 for Nagin. Retz has taken a quick timeout. And he didn't want DJ to have a chance to do any diagramming. Retz said, hey, you're going right back out there, guys. 17.4 seconds remaining. It's 94-90 now. The Spartans are up by 4. Nagin nailed that free throw, which gives them a little breathing room because 2 3-pointers in a row by McWhorter cut the lead down to 3 before that foul. Now McWhorter into the front court again. On the drive, inside, puts it up and hits it. 10 seconds to go. Pass up to Nagin. Nagin over the line. On the drive, stolen away. Brainerd's got 4 seconds. They pass it ahead. The 3 on the way. It is off the rim at the buzzer. Holy cow, what a finish by the Raiders. And DJ and Retz embraced down in front of the table. That was a battle. It looked like Retz was going to run away with it with a 16-point lead in the first half. The Raiders battled back, took a 6-point lead. The Spartans rattled off 14 straight to go up by 8 with seemingly not enough time left. And here the Raiders off a steal with a chance to win it with a 3-pointer at the buzzer, and it hits the front of the rim. And it was a typical Spartan game is what I'm saying, I guess. 94-92, the final score. The Spartans pick up the win. They remain unbeaten in the division at 6-0. They have won 8 straight, and what a great game for the fans once again. They don't go away from here disappointed very often. A tremendous ball game tonight as the Spartans win it 94-92 over the Brainerd Raiders, and a great comeback effort by the Raiders tonight. And we'll be back to recap it for you. First, we'll take this break.